Throughout history, warriors have emerged whose legacies have left indelible marks on our past. Despite differences in their methods, armor, and weapons, they all shared an unbreakable spirit and unwavering will to fight, etching their names into history. This documentary reveals the stories of the most dangerous and feared warriors from various periods and cultures. Today, we unveil their stories, strategies, and legends that shaped the world as we know it. Hoplites, Sparta. The Spartan hoplites from ancient Greece are renowned as some of the best soldiers the world has ever seen. Born into a society that revered strength and courage, their lives were intricately connected to the art of warfare. Sparta had a rigorous training program mandatory for every male from the age of 7 until 30, transforming them into disciplined and hardened warriors. This training was both physical and mental, involving food scarcity and harsh living conditions to develop resilience, self-reliance, and toughness. Spartan hoplites fought in a formation called the phalanx, with each soldier armed with a long spear, a short sword, and a round bronze shield. This formation was nearly impenetrable, a mobile bronze wall that could withstand enemy attacks and then strike back with devastating force. Their military prowess was famously demonstrated at the Battle of Thermopylae in 480 BCE, where King Leonidas and his 300 Spartan hoplites, along with their allies, held off a massive Persian army led by King Xerxes I for 3 days. Spartans were known for their strict adherence to the military code. It was customary for women to send off their men to war with the words, "with your shield or on it." Losing one's shield was considered more disgraceful than death. The Spartans had a significant psychological impact on their enemies, many of whom were defeated mentally before the physical clash. Today, the word Spartan symbolizes fearlessness, discipline, and military skill. Spartan hoplites were indeed some of the most dangerous warriors in history, with a legacy lasting over 2,000 years. Persian Immortals. The Persian Immortals, known in the original Persian as Amartaka, meaning immortal, secured their place in history as some of the most feared warriors. They were the standing army of the Achaemenid Empire, serving as the emperor's personal guard and infantry in times of war. The Immortals were an elite group consisting of exactly 10,000 men. Whenever a soldier was killed or seriously injured, another was swiftly appointed in his place, maintaining the illusion of immortality. This psychological aspect played a role in intimidating enemies, providing a strategic advantage in war. They were chosen for their skills, physical fitness, and loyalty, undergoing rigorous training to hone their abilities. Each immortal was a multifunctional and versatile soldier, proficient with various weapons and skilled in horseback riding, making them a mobile and flexible force on the battlefield. The immortals were heavily armed, using a wide range of weapons such as short spears, swords, and bows. In addition to their offensive capabilities, their defense included wicker shields and scale armor, offering protection and mobility. This array of weapons and armor enhanced their versatility, allowing them to handle various combat situations. Their martial prowess was demonstrated during numerous Persian campaigns. They played a crucial role in establishing the Persian Empire, one of the largest empires in history. One of the most famous confrontations involving the Immortals was the Battle of Thermopylae, where they faced Spartan King Leonidas and his soldiers. Although their numbers and reputation for invincibility did not win them the battle, their fierce combat against the Greeks was immortalized in history. The legacy of the Immortals endures to this day. They are symbols of the power and grandeur of the Persian Empire. Their skill, discipline, and the fear they instilled in their enemies made the Immortals some of the most respected and feared soldiers in history. Berserkers. When discussing the most feared and dangerous warriors in history, Viking Berserkers undoubtedly hold a significant place. These legendary warriors from the north were known for their extraordinary combat skills, seemingly superhuman strength, and unique state of battle frenzy that made them fearless and ferocious in the face of the enemy. The term berserker comes from Old Norse, and is often interpreted as bear shirt, or bear skin, attributed to the custom of these warriors wearing bear skins into battle, symbolizing the strength and ferocity of the animal. The exact meaning of the term is, however, a subject of debate, with some suggesting it might mean going into battle without armor. In ancient sagas and Scandinavian poetry, berserkers were believed to enter a state of wild fury during combat, known as berserkergang. In this state, they reportedly displayed superhuman strength, immunity to fire and iron, and terrifying savage rage, making them dangerous and unpredictable opponents. The precise nature of this berserker state is debated among historians and scholars. Some attribute it to spiritual or religious practices, where berserkers invoke the spirit of animals such as bears or wolves to channel their strength and ferocity. Others suggest a possible link to the consumption of hallucinogenic substances. Regardless of these uncertainties, the reputation of berserkers as fearsome warriors is undisputed. They often served as the front line in Viking raids, leading the charge with their fearsome war cries and relentless attack. Their reputation was such that even their allies viewed them with trepidation, never knowing what a berserker might do once overtaken by battle frenzy. Berserkers were also renowned for their personal combat style rather than organized military formations. They excelled in individual feats of strength and bravery, making them valuable in one-on-one combat situations, often depicted in Norse sagas. Roman Centurions. In military history, Roman centurions earned a reputation as some of the most disciplined and effective soldiers ever. As the backbone of the Roman army, these warriors were distinguished by their exceptional leadership abilities, unwavering discipline, and diverse combat skills. A centurion commanded a century, a military unit comprising 80 to 100 soldiers, though this number could vary. The term centurion comes from the Latin word centum, meaning 100. Centurions were professional officers of the Roman army who demonstrated battlefield prowess and could lead soldiers effectively. Becoming a centurion was not easy. It required years of military service, an outstanding record of bravery and combat skills, and the ability to lead men. A centurion had to be disciplined and resourceful, capable of inspiring his soldiers and maintaining discipline often under challenging circumstances. Centurions played a crucial role in the expansion of the Roman Empire, which at its height spanned 3 continents. The victories of the Roman army cannot be discussed without highlighting the contributions of the centurions. In battles, they commanded from the front lines, and their skills often made the difference between victory and defeat. Among the most famous centurions was Lucius Vorenus, who served under Julius Caesar during his conquest of Gaul. Caesar's records describe Vorenus and another centurion, Titus Pullo, as models of courage and military prowess, reflecting the centurion's reputation for bravery and dedication to duty. Centurions were easily recognizable on the battlefield due to their distinctive transverse crested helmet, which made them visible during battle and allowed their men to follow their lead. They also carried a vine staff or vitis, symbolizing their rank and authority. In the broader context of history, centurions represented the strength and reach of the Roman Empire. They were instrumental in shaping an empire that lasted for centuries and left an indelible mark on the world. The legacy of Roman centurions as effective military leaders and skilled warriors endures to this day, symbolizing the military power that propelled Rome to become one of the most powerful empires in the world. Mongol Archers. Mongol archers under the leadership of Genghis Khan, one of history's most legendary conquerors, were the backbone of an army renowned for its deadly efficiency and innovative tactics. These soldiers, whose exceptional skills in horsemanship led to the creation of the largest empire in history, were key players in this formidable military machine. Born into a nomadic culture centered around horse riding, every Mongol warrior was a skilled horseman. They practically grew up in the saddle, learning to ride before they could walk. This deeply ingrained bond with horses offered Mongol warriors a level of mobility and speed on the battlefield that was virtually unmatched at the time. Mongol warriors were also adept with the bow. They used the composite bow, a weapon known for its power and accuracy, made from layers of wood, horn, and animal sinew. These bows were compact enough to be used on horseback, yet powerful enough to pierce armor at considerable distances. Warriors trained tirelessly, learning to shoot accurately from a horse at full gallop, an impressive feat even by today's standards. The combination of horsemanship and archery skills made Mongol mounted archers incredibly versatile. This versatility, coupled with Genghis Khan's brilliant strategy, allowed the Mongols to overcome and defeat larger and seemingly more powerful enemies. Apache Warriors. The Apache tribes of the southwestern United States produced some of the most memorable warriors in history, revered for their skills, resilience, and tenacity. The Apaches developed a warrior culture that valued cunning, stealth, and an intimate knowledge of their homeland. The life of an Apache warrior began in childhood, where boys were taught to be tough, self-sufficient, and skilled hunters. They were trained in techniques of stealth, tracking, and survival. These skills, combined with a deep knowledge of their terrain, made Apache warriors masters of hit-and-run tactics and various ambushes. They were known for their quick strikes and subsequent disappearances into the wilderness, leaving their enemies disoriented and frightened. Apaches used a variety of weapons, including bows, spears, and tomahawks. However, it was their expertise in guerrilla warfare that set them apart from other warriors. One of the most notable Apache warriors was Geronimo. Born in 1829, he became a prominent leader and a symbol of resistance against Mexican and United States forces. Geronimo's extraordinary ability to evade capture and his relentless spirit made him a legend. His tactics exemplified the Apache warrior ethos. Use the environment to your advantage, strike swiftly, and vanish before the enemy can retaliate.